and running. Bourg in the red. Patras in the predominantly white. Match day 12, up and running. And it'll be the home side with the early initiative, with Agravanis with the pass there to Grant, and Grant coughs it up. Suleiman comes away with it, and Axel Julien, the creative playmaker for Bourg. We've got an off-the-ball incident there. Well, there's the chip. Jalen Jones will pick up the Naughty Boy Award for that one. And the first score of the night goes to the familiar figure of Kendrick Ray. That zipped out. Hello. Early three opportunity spurned by Jalen Jones. Well, like I say, they are missing a couple of their best three-point shooters tonight, Bourg. And Patras capitalized. Grant with the handoff. That's sent out. It could be a three-pointer going here for Ray, and there is nothing but nylon for Kendrick Ray. The one-time Maccabi man off to a flyer here. 5 points on the board. And Kendrick Ray right at the heart of all of it. Now, what's the response? Jones has to send that back, but oh boy, they are slow getting going today, Bourg. Once again, Jones is the guilty party for that breakdown. Look at this. If they can start getting some of these threes to drop, Patras can certainly make this game interesting. It's certainly been an interesting opening minute and a half, that is for sure, as Agravanis looks to go to work, and there's a whistle there. Agravanis had a huge game at the weekend against Peristeri, put up 26 points and 10 boards. And with him a little bit short-handed in the front court, Bourg, Agravanis could be a real handful. Laurent Lenyam will be very aware of that. The one-time Olympiakos man, a veteran of 79 EuroLeague games as well in Piraeus, goes to work from the stripe. Equal to career high in that defeat against Valencia. Put 22 on the board there. So he's in form, both in the domestic league and in this Euro Cup. And he opens his account by going 2 for 2 from the foul line. And Promitheas Patras open up with a 7-0 run here. Julien, the one-time Dijon man, feeds Jones, who feeds Suleiman. Now Suleiman will take on Ray and then bank it in. Got the better there of Jeright Grant, and Bourg open their account for the evening. Here's Ray turning on the Jets, and nothing doing. The offensive rebound won't go for Agravanis, and it won't go Patras's way either. So they cough it up, and Bourg will look to build on reducing that deficit with Julien, who will be the man who pulls all the strings in that backcourt. Tries to get away from Abdul Gadi. Jones will give it back to Julien. Here's Suleiman. Here's Jones again. Well, it is a strength for Promitheas Patras, their defense, as Chassang looks to take a deep one on. Yeah, ran out of time. Alexander Chassang doesn't want to be taking those long twos. Had no other option. Rokavopoulos spins away from Corby and sets it up beautifully. How about that? Well, Jeright Grant could do some damage there, but that was all about Rokavopoulos and his creative work. Suleiman will take a three on, and that won't go. An encouraging opening 3 minutes here for Promitheas Patras, especially from Kendrick Ray. That's a nice pass. Agravanis flips it over. Gadi with the behind the back pass, but Agravanis wasn't expecting it. And another turnover, and the quick break is on here. What can Jones do? He can send it back. This is Corby territory, and Corby doesn't miss those. He'll take those all night long. When you're shooting close to 62% from beyond the arc, you're not going to miss a shot like that. Maxime Corby, deadly from beyond the arc. Perfect setup. So Bourg back in business in transition. Here's Gaddy, and a warning there early for Patras. Take care of that ball. Avoid the turnovers. Rokivopoulos. That's nice. Just took a little hop there before getting through, and that's a tough take. Oh, a tough take made to look really easy by the man who's got the hot hand right now for Promitheas Patras, Dimitris Agravanis. A buzzer-beating beauty. Here's Chassang. Yeah. Again, left all day, all alone. And you can't let these Bourg shooters do that, because they'll convert their threes, even without two of their big guns. Grant wasn't sure where to go there, and Chassang knocked that away, and here come Bourg in transition. Suleiman taking it all the way, drawing the foul from Rokivopoulos. Really turned on the Jets there, Rashid Suleiman. Off the good defensive work, it has to be said. Suleiman drops his second one in. Ray retreats. The Patras lead trimmed to 2. What can they do with this possession? Gaddy looks to take Suleiman on, and does, then has to send it all the way back, and they're just out of time. Out of time. Well, Gaddy made the wrong decision there. Not aware of the clock. That's what happened earlier, though, when Grant took that nice feed from Rokivopoulos. And instead, Bourg can bring it the other way. Julien. Nice bounce pass. Chassang up close. Says thank you very much. That's got to go back from Grant. And that was always going to fall short from Kendrick Ray under pressure, and Promitheas Patras are, there's another breakdown at the other end this time. Corby and Suleiman not on the same page, and both of them saying, hey, that's on me. Now the turnover is a lead off for Patras. Timeout. And a chance for both coaches to speak directly to the players about what they've seen through these first few minutes.
The One Team Games by participating in the One Team Walking Challenge. Select your team and help us achieve 10,000 steps over 4 days as one team.
Hi guys.
The time is now.
Join us in the One Team Walking Challenge
to support the One Team program.
Yep, next week the EuroLeague basketball family will celebrate the One Team Games. Join the One Team Walking Challenge to bring people all around Europe together as one team to reach a shared goal and raise support to the One Team program. The challenge will start on Tuesday the 8th and will last until Friday the 11th. And the goal is to reach a minimum of 10,000 steps per day over 4 days. To participate in this challenge, visit euroleague.net/one-team and follow instructions. Kendrick Ray as Patras look to restore their lead. Rokavopoulos finds Agravanis, and Jacory Williams off the bench. He'll pick up a foul for that. Nice little move there from Agravanis to draw that foul. Rokavopoulos lurking, trying to get free. Here's Ray, one-time Maccabi man. Sends it inside, and out comes the hook, but nothing doing, and no putback, but a second bite at this for Agravanis, and that one he does bank in under pressure from Julien. Good hustle there from Agravanis. You feel if Promitheas Patras are going to get a win today, Agravanis needs to put up some pretty hefty numbers. Williams, oh, that's a nice feed. And the foul from Agravanis as Suleiman was taking that to the rim. Didn't really have much choice there, did he? Just lost the player, lost the flight completely. Suleiman with his second trip to the foul line for the evening. Knocked down the first two, but that one didn't go. Looks like Trevor Simpson is getting ready to come in for Patras. One of the two relatively new faces. Here he comes. Impressive debut against Valencia. Put up 13 points. Including 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Could he beat the long-range shooter that Patras are crying out for? And Hugo Benitez, who came through the junior system for Bourg, played in 14 games last season as a teenager. Jumps in. Set a career high. Back in November when these two teams met, put up 12 points against Patras. Here, it's Gaddy to Ray. Ray back to Gaddy. That's fed nicely to Grant, who's drawn a double team, and he spins one way, then the other. And just makes a real nuisance of himself, Gerard Grant, which is something that he's capable of. But Bourg held firm and just waited for the call. There is that call. Overcooked it, didn't he? Too much fancy footwork then from Gerard Grant. And Bourg looking to get their noses in front here. Suleiman. Suleiman will take a long two under no pressure at all, and the jumper drops, and Bourg have the lead here with 7 minutes gone. That lead could get erased here. That's what he brings. Travis Simpson knocks down a big triple for a team that is crying out for a reliable three-point shooter. Their best shooter not playing today. Isaiah Miles misses this one. So Simpson's got to be the man. He's got to be the go-to guy. That's not the best of passes from Julien. Benitez will pick it up. Clock's ticking. Benitez will have to take one from the elbow under pressure. Can't deliver. So Patras defensively hold firm, and here's Ray. Grant. Ray again. That's Grant going to have to take one from some range, and that won't go. Collected by Jacory Williams, the one-time Trento man. And that's Julien. Julien will take a long two under no pressure again. Knots this one up at 17-17. There goes Ray flying through. Oh, what about that? Incoming is Kendrick Ray. Strong first quarter from the one-time Maccabi man. 5 early points, and then he's back in business again. Julien, Jacory Williams, got Agravanis to deal with, and he banks that in beautifully to tie it up once again. Oh, both teams have settled into a rhythm here. as we get down to the last minute of this first quarter. Here's Gerard Grant. Now, Agravanis. Oh, that's an expensive one from Williams. And there can be no complaints either. Personnel change sees Maxime Rose, the one-time Boulogne Metropolitans man, come in for Jacori Williams, who's just getting a little bit of fine-tuning on his game from Laurent Nyam there. As Dimitris Agravanis eyes up the possible... oh, he's still getting it. Yes, Agravanis eyeing up a double-digit first quarter here. Well, he's not going to get it like that. Here comes number 3. Ooh, that missed fires as well. And the loose change collected by Hugo Benitez as well. So not too punishing a trip to the stripe there. From the Bourg perspective, Agravanis goes 1 for 3. Benitez takes this from Suleiman. Zips it out. And under some pressure there and crowded out of it was Jalen Jones. Kendrick Ray feeds that through and Dario Hunt says thank you very much. Well, the big game last time out, but that was a beautiful feed from Ray under pressure. Always had to play that volleyball style, didn't he, Ray? Hunt said thank you very much. Last few seconds then of the first 10 minutes. Bourg looking to have the last word with Suleiman. Suleiman with the feed. That's going to have to go back out, and they're going to have to take this quickly. Suleiman has to shoot as the buzzer goes, and it doesn't drop anyway. And that means Promitheas Patras, who led for most of it, will take a slender lead. That was the great defensive work there from Simpson, and that's what they did with it. Absolutely lethal in transition there. Beautiful work in the last few moments of that first quarter, and Patras take a 3-point lead into the turnaround. Well, here's the highlights of the first quarter. It was the Kendrick Ray show in the first few seconds, wasn't it? 5 points on the board for him in double quick time. You know, Rashid Suleiman's going to get his share of points as well. Lovely spin move from Roknevopoulos there to feed the incoming Gerard Grant. Nice bounce pass there for Alexander Chasson to finish. Agravanis close up. Suleiman from the elbow. That was Kendrick Ray flying through. Julien with the dish to Jacori Williams. That was absolutely superb work there from Ray to Dario Hunt. So, the early lead at the end of 10 for Promitheas Patras, the team in desperate need of reviving their fortunes. Let's see what the slightly understrength Bourg can do. Now the team in form. 2 wins in this competition, 2 wins in the French league as well. Rashid Suleiman closed down by Ray, feeds Chasson. Chasson sends it out to Jones. Here goes Benitez, and that is a very, very nice basket to open up this second quarter. Really good passing, really good control. Andrić, the Serbian. Hello, there's a breakdown. And it's going to be Rose bringing this one away. Not a good start to the second quarter this from the home side. Chasson thought about it and then said, no, Maxime Rose is the better option. He nearly coughs it up as well as Travis Simpson tried to get a bite of that, and it was Simpson on the defensive end holding his ground against Jalen Jones. You can see the reaction from Ilias Zouros. And that's a couple of big defensive plays Travis Simpson has already made since coming off the bench. He had that block earlier as well. And Rich to Ray, back to the Serb, and he's on his own for a three-point effort there that could have gone, but didn't. And a missed opportunity there for Promitheas. Rashid Suleiman with a little drive there to try and get himself past Simpson, and Simpson on the backside. We'll hear his name called. Because Suleiman just showed that electrifying burst that he's got. And as well as he's played defensively since coming off the bench, Travis Simpson just couldn't stay with him. He ended up bottom of the pile as well there, Simpson. Rokavopoulos will give Ray a breather. Suleiman won't get many breathers, though. Plays over 35 minutes per game in this competition for Laurent Lenyam. That's #2 in the whole competition. And he makes it a double-digit game. And continues Bourg's strong start to this second quarter. Gikas, the captain, gets away from Chasson. Well, he was all on his own there, Rokavopoulos, and then they've tried one pass too many again, and it's gone straight to Benitez, and Benitez looks to bank that in and can't do it, and there's no follow-up put back from Jones either. Get away with one there, and what an outlet pass that was. Hey, you want to know what transition is? That's transition. Gikas to Dario Hunt. Benitez. Suleiman. Benitez slips it outside. Chasson will take another one on, and it'll go in and out. A little gravity defiant. Frustrates and thwarts the former Asvel man. This has got to go from Rokavopoulos, and nope, it won't. Nice rebound collected by Travis Simpson. Simpson's bringing an impact. The travel call will bring this one to a halt, however. So we've got ourselves a tied game here. This guy's making plays, even if that wasn't one of them. Just brings something a little bit different for Ilias Zouros and his squad. Benitez tries to get away from covering man. That's a pass. Rose will have to take a tricky one on, and that was always going to be a tough ask with nothing else really on as the Patras defense holds firm, and another cough up. Gikas. Well, they are committing some unforced errors here. Chasson sends it out to Rose. Rose spins into trouble. And the turnovers just keep on coming. That was the pass. Dario Hunt all on his own. Lovely pass from Gikas. Well, let's see if Patras can restore their lead off that turnover. Gikas. Lovely inside pass. Hunt, the tough guy. Oh, that was a wipeout shove there, wasn't it? It really was. The and one. Will take Hunt to 7 if he converts, which he doesn't. Rose will collect. Oh, left a few of those hanging. Benitez. Chassong. Hello. Well, it would have been good if it had come off. Gikas, where does he go? Simpson with the bounce pass. All pretty congested in there as Hunt was able to feed Rokavopoulos. And another foul right under the rim. That's a nice pass, and Rose is just far too close there to Rokavopoulos. A few changes in momentum in this game. Is this going to be another one here as Simpson knocks down another? Well, they're shooting sub 30% from beyond the arc as a team this season, Promitheas Patras. But Travis Simpson brings the long-range threat that they've been crying out for. Another one for him. He's 2 for 2 from range. And that's enough for Laurent Legnon. He says, hey, don't like the way this one's going. Nice little unanswered run this from Promitheas. They open up a 5-point lead. So let's see if Bourg can get their offense back on track after that timeout. Corby back to Benitez. Corby, there's a whistle which will stop that in its tracks. And it's Nikos Rokavopoulos looking stunned, but he does make contact right in front of the referee with Ja'Cory Williams. And that's why it got called. Rose hands it off to Benitez. Julien tries to spin himself away and has to send it back to Benitez. Benitez, no, nothing doing for him. Bourg have been dry for a while now. Gikas. Lovely feed. Oh, Dario Hunt left all on his own. Lovely vision there from the Patras skipper, Nikos Gikas. That's the second laser of a pass to Dario Hunt that's been successful. The other one went the full length of the court, of course. Those two are in sync. Benitez finally gets Bourg moving again. Not before time. They trail by 5 with 5 to play in this first half. Here's Gikas. Sends that off to Hunt. Hunt with the offload. Back it goes from Rokavopoulos, and Hunt tries to bank that in, and Rokavopoulos will pick that up, and it still won't go. Gobbled up by Ja'Cory Williams. Bourg hold firm defensively. Bring it away with Julien. Julien will take it on. No, he won't. He'll fake it, send it to Ja'Cory Williams. Williams will spin to try and get away from Grant and does, Hunt rather, excuse me, and does. And they claw themselves to within 3. Gikas then. 4.5 to play, first half. Nice pass, and there's another whistle. Zandrich was looking to pull the trigger, and it's Rose in trouble again. Yeah, clever from the Serb. A long-time Partizan man, played in the EuroLeague and Euro Cup back in the day for Partizan. Mihailo Andrić, very useful pickup for Promitheas. Gikas, here comes Simpson again. That one won't go. Corby will collect. And Bourg will bring it away through Julien. The pass is to Williams. Nothing doing for him. So it goes to Corby, to Rose. Rose to Ja'Cory Williams. And he'll take it. Behind him and out of his vision, Maxime Corby was lurking on the wing with nobody anywhere near him. And he still takes the 2. And Bourg pull to within 1. As Gikas makes his man stretch. That's nice. Well, well, well. Nikos Rokavopoulos takes one from Nikos Gikas. And another 3 drops for Patras. Their 3-point shooting much improved. Look at those numbers. Williams had all day to consider his options there. Goes for the spin, and it won't drop for him. And Dario Hunt making a nuisance of himself on the defensive end. Gikas certainly been very influential since coming off the bench. The skipper, where does he go here? Oh, almost a perfect inside feed there for Rokavopoulos, but not quite. And in transition, here comes Maxime Corby. There'll be a whistle there that will go against Mihailo Andrić. Coach Zouros will shuffle his personnel and bring Agravanis back in. As Maxime Corby can show us what he can do from the foul line. 3 minutes to play in the first half. And Jalen Jones will return as well. Spent a bit of time in New Orleans and Dallas in the NBA back in the 2017-18 season. Jalen Jones before coming over and joining Baskonia in the EuroLeague. A man with plenty of high-level experience. As Corby goes 2 for 2. Rokavopoulos with the inbound to Gikas. Agravanis. Rokavopoulos. Nice pass again. And Agravanis just takes his time to freeze Jalen Jones. And they've had a few of those straight down Main Street passes tonight. Promitheas, Patras and Bourg aren't defending them very well at all. They keep their 4-point lead, but is Ja'Cory Williams going to do something about that? You bet he is. A 4-point lead can shrink to 1 point very, very quickly on a play like that. Agravanis will get the call against him. Funny technique he used there. Certainly didn't pay off, did it? Gikas takes it back from Hunt. Gikas again. Oh, that's a nice pass. What can Rokavopoulos do with it, though? No. Not all night. And this is going to be Suleiman taking that off that Julien burst. Suleiman find a burst here. Well, he's hit the deck, but he's still managed to keep it alive to Corby, who tries to float that one in, picks up his own offensive rebound, will recycle it out to Williams, who can't handle it, and it ends up somehow with Kendrick Ray. Breakdown after breakdown there for Bourg. Where's this going to go? It will tip away from Chasson. Recognised the danger there, Alexander Chasson, and he's got some wingspan to knock that one away. Rokavopoulos then with the inbound to Kendrick Ray. Minute and a half or so to play. Promitheas Patras protecting their 2-point lead. Can they add to it? Yes! That's a bit more like it. Well, the other one was just a rangefinder from Nikos Rokavopoulos. The second one dropped beautifully. And Ilias Zouros. Well, it doesn't look like that was an attaboy, does it? Nice coaches for you. 5-point lead, though, for the hosts. And the big difference for Patras today so far. 11 three-pointers attempted, 6 successfully converted. Ten-point first half for Rashid Suleiman. He's his team's leading scorer. It's not the best inbound we've ever seen either. Had some miscues tonight, Bourg. Not as sharp as we've seen them in recent rounds. And they're still very much in this, but that's picked off. Agravanis read it all the way, and here goes Ray. And just did too much again there, Kendrick Ray. It's 8 turnovers apiece now. That's not been the most disciplined first half. And an air ball from Chasson rather sums up Bourg's missed cues. It's not been a good quarter for them. Started off all right, but then they just hit the buffers and just haven't got going since. So they can build on this lead here. Promitheas Patras, Agravanis to Rokavopoulos. Agravanis again, Rokavopoulos to Ray. Oh, where's the penetration going to come? Ray trying to get away from Julien, has to spin and nothing doing, and it'll end up with Ja'Cory Williams. And no way through there for Promitheas Patras, who seem to run out of ideas with the clock ticking. Clock's ticking on this first half. We're inside the final 30 seconds. Julien will take some time off the clock before zipping it through to Chasson, and that's some creative passing. And they'll end up with Julien, and they've just passed themselves out of it. Timeout has been called as Ilias Zouros looks to try and plot a way to just add to this little lead. The Promitheas Patras have deservedly taken here in the few seconds that remain at the end of this second quarter. Well, this could be an important few seconds here for both these two teams. Can Patras build on this lead? Can Bourg make a stand defensively? Well, let's see what Kendrick Ray can conjure up here. Last 10 seconds of the first half. The defense is going to finish on top. Agravanis will have to take it on, and it won't go. Well, that'll do it. Well, when you're desperate for a win, you don't care how it's going to come. And Promitheas Patras will be taking a nice little lead into the locker room at the midway point. Mince de Lis JL Bourg-en-Bresse will be thinking we can play a lot better than that, and we have played a lot better than that in recent rounds. Ilias Zouros is still not a happy man. Might be quite a heated locker room. But it's Promitheas Patras that have the lead here. They lead by 5, 39-34 at the midway point. Lots of mistakes, lots of miscues. Neither team completely in sync. And it all means, as we get ready for the second half of this one, we've got a game that is up for grabs. Can Mince de Lis JL Bourg-en-Bresse improve in the second half, or will Ilias Zouros be celebrating a win against Laurent Lenyam's Bourg? It's the visitors who will have the first possession with Axel Julien of this second half. Looking to cut into that 5-point deficit, looking to just clean things up a little bit. Here's Suleiman. Suleiman goes for the jumper and nothing doing. The offensive rebound is collected under some pressure there from Jalen Jones, and then the whistle comes. And, Jones just peels away in frustration. He's got it. He's moving. He's moving. He's moved again. Oh, there you go. So they start with another turnover. Now, what can he do here? No, he can't do anything, and Agravanis couldn't either, but they'll recycle it here with Kendrick Ray. He'll take it on, and it won't go, but it will fall very fortuitously for Jerai Grant there. That's sent back by Gaddy. Now in the corner is Rokivopoulos. That was never going to go, was it? No way through. Bourg's defense not really threatened at all there, and the scoreboard operator not threatened through the first minute of this second half. Is that going to change here? There is a whistle as Jalen Jones goes to work and gets the better of the Promitheas Patras defense this time. Dimitris Agravanis in a little bit of foul trouble. And one. Gaddy finds Grant. Grant will want to get a little bit closer if he can. No way through to the basket, so he'll send it back to Gaddy, and Gaddy tries to just blast his way through, and he will go to the line. Was it Jones? Was it Chasson? Either way, it's a foul. And I think that might be Chasson. Well, there was contact right at the back end of it. Either way, Abdul Gaddy doesn't care. He goes 2 for 2. Experienced point guard Abdul Gaddy, played for Virtus Bologna, played for Riga, but this is his first Euro Cup. Didn't play in this competition for either of those two teams. Oh, that's nice. Boy, he's working hard tonight, Jalen Jones. He came over about a month ago from Varese. Making an impact, making his presence felt here. It's Gaddy trying to make his presence felt here. And again, how many of those calls have we seen tonight? On both sides. Oh, Julien says nobody's anywhere near me. I'll take that. Well, he is a 45% three-point shooter, one of the many deadly long-range shooters. And just like that, Bourg back in front. And that lead got erased very, very quickly, didn't it? Rokavopoulos back to Agravanis. Agravanis driving it in and then saying to Gerard Grant, go finish it off. And Promitheas Patras restore their lead. 1 point game here. 2.5 minutes gone. Second half. Here comes Julien. Gets it back from Jones. Ooh, that was a loose pass as well. Chasson certainly wasn't ready for it, and Rokavopoulos was. And that'll end up somehow with Ray, but only just as Jones came flying through there. Going to close Kendrick Ray down. And there's that little feed from Agravanis inside to Grant. No, they can't pick it up either. Collected by Suleiman under pressure. Did really well there. And there's another one knocked down from Julien, and Ray will look to make him pay, and he does. Well, turnovers were there in the first half, and there's been a few of them here in this second half. That somehow has got through to Suleiman. Here's Chasson. Courby. We know what he can do from range. Closed down by Grant. Couldn't get the shot away, and that's really well defended by Promitheas Patras. No chance for Suleiman. With the clock ticking, he just had to throw it up there and hope for the best. Here goes Kendrick Ray. He's hoping for the best with the deep jumper that won't go, and Chasson collects. And away comes Julien. Is this going to open up? It isn't. So he'll take it himself, and that almost dropped. That wasn't far away. There is a whistle here, and Dimitris Agravanis is pleading his case. Well, he certainly was tangled up with Alexandre Chasson there, wasn't he? Yeah. A couple of quick fouls from Dimitris Agravanis, the man who had the huge double-double in the Greek league at the weekend. He's finding the going a little bit heavier here. Even having said that, he does have 10 points and 6 rebounds. So this is defensive work that's really being called into play here now for Promitheas Patras, as both teams are stressing defense. Here's Courby, that's nice, to Jones. Jones with the spin move to get away from Rokavopoulos, and no end product though. Rokavopoulos picks up the rebound, has his pocket picked, and that's nice. Hugo Benitez read that all the way and said, hey, you don't take care of that ball, I'm going to punish you. Lovely steal and bucket there from the youngster Hugo Benitez. Came up through the Bourg junior system and really starting to blossom now. Gaddy. And keep it as well and zip it out. Rokavopoulos in a bit of trouble. Yeah, nothing doing. Collected by Chasson. Couldn't get the angle at all. Suleiman will bring this one away, take on Ray, then flip it outside. Courby takes it inside and banks it in. A little surprised that Courby didn't take the three on there, but he knew what he was doing, and he certainly was effective, and Bourg regained the lead. We're having some lead changes here in this third quarter, 4 minutes of which have been played. So somehow get through to Gerard Grant, but Chasson manhandling. One time Neptunus man. He really was manhandling him, wasn't he? Poof. Had 3 bites at him. The third one put him on the floor, and hopefully nothing too serious. Timeout. So it's Bourg with the lead. Whether they'll be in that situation after the throws from the stripe remains to be seen. But after a slow start to the third quarter, Bourg are the team that's picked up a little bit of traction. What is still heavy going, you sense, for both these two teams. The fact that both of them are now on 11 turnovers really tells its own story, doesn't it? It's just it's one of those games where, you know what, you don't have to look good, you just have to get out of there with the W, win ugly. Can't look good every week. Both these two coaches now are just saying, well, we just got to find a way to get through this one. It's there for both of them. Grant is okay after that manhandling at the hands of the other number 2, Alexander Chasson, confirmed with his 3rd foul. First free throw wraps it up, ties it up rather, and Grant goes 2 for 2, and we have another lead change. Big game against Venice in round 8, 19 points, Jari Grant. That's set a new career high for him. Benitez zips it back. Williams with the spin move. Nothing doing, but Jones will pick it up. That's good work from Jones under some pressure, right under the rim there. Gets it back out to Williams, who sends it further out to Suleiman, and Suleiman tries lots of crossovers and then tries to pass it straight through Jari Grant. And there's a lot of Jari Grant to pass your way through. Williams, just to see who comes open. Nobody does. Corby then sends it back to the youngster, Benitez. That's nice from Williams to Benitez, and Benitez says, thank you very much, I'll take that. Back it goes from Andrich. Gikas, where can he get it to? He can get it to Simpson, and we know what Simpson can do from range. Just like that, Travis Simpson strings another one. Lovely work from Simpson. He really is proving to be a super three-point shooter in his 2 games in this competition. That's 6 he's knocked down already. Patras back in front, and another miscue. No miscue there. Dario Hunt comes back in as well. For a 15-point game in the last round against Gran Canaria. Here's Gikas. Oh, it's opened up for him, and he'll zip it out. Why not? Send it there. Travis Simpson does it again. That's 4. Super shooting this from Travis Simpson. And I tell you, that 3-point shooting percentage of Promitheas Patras, which at the start of this game was under 30%, it's going to go up if Simpson's going to get a lot of playing time. The floater floats in from Benitez. Gikas will bring it away. Zips it over, and now it's Kendrick Ray wants a piece of it, and there's an identical 3. Well, Travis Simpson with the rangefinder and Kendrick Ray saying, well, I'll replicate that. And the threes are dropping thick and fast now for Promitheas Patras. And still at a very good percentage as well, 8 of 16. You don't need to be a mathematician to work out that percentage. There's a whistle there as Ja'Cory Williams goes to work. And Maxime Rose comes back in. As Williams looks to tack on the and one. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, he gets a second chance at it. And he makes the most of that second opportunity as well. And Ja'Cory Williams tacks on the and one to reduce the deficit to 3. Here's Ray. Here's Gikas. Back out it goes to Ray. Simpson's lurking and he's being watched on the outside, so they take it down the middle. And Dario Hunt is fouled by Maxime Rose. Well, that's the effect that Simpson can have, stretching it, sitting on the perimeter. You've got to take a defender with you. That means it's going to open up somewhere else, as it did there. Dario Hunt looking to take it to the rim, and Maxime Rose saying, I'm not going to let you do it. But fouling the big fella in the process. Being all over the place, Dario Hunt. Austria, Australia, Ukraine, Montenegro. Yet for all his travels, the man who signed in the summer from Fortitudo Bologna had never played in the Euro Cup prior to this campaign. Well, he's picked himself up another double-digit game here to go with the 15 points he got against Gran Canaria in the last round. And he's starting to emerge as an offensive weapon now for Ilias Zouros. And it's a 5-point lead once again, and that could be more. Another turnover. Gikas chased from behind, and yeah, that's going to be the big call on Ja'Cory Williams, who was nowhere near Gikas. Oh, no wonder Laurent Lenyam is going to call a timeout. That is a much-needed timeout from the French coach. They lead by 5, and they can add to this here, Promitheas Patras. They've sprung to life again late in the third quarter, helped by those triples from Ray and, of course, from Simpson. And how good has he been from range tonight? Rokavopoulos has hit a couple as well, but 4 of 5 from Simpson, 2 of 4 from Ray. And Gravanis has had a triple as well. And they are shooting over 50% from beyond the arc tonight, Promitheas Patras. What a difference to their season average, which is sub 30%. No surprise that Laurent Lenyam called his timeout there. Some encouraging signs here for Promitheas Patras. Let's see what Gikas can do. away with it. Patras will keep possession. Gikas still scoreless for the night. Simpson with the inbound then to Gikas. It remains a 5-point game here. Less than 2 to play in the third as Ray goes for the jumper over Julien, and it won't go, and no put back there for Simpson, but Dario Grant then misses out as well. They had 3 bites at that and couldn't deliver it. Benitez, Rose sends it back out. Benitez has got all night long and it won't go. Hung up in the air long enough for Andrich to knock it away, and Promitheas Patras survive. And they've got a nice pass inside once again, and Dario Hunt will bank that in. A lot of passes straight down the middle tonight. Gikas is certainly dishing out the goodies tonight. 7 assists for him. Suleiman, nice pass, out it goes. Benitez, no. Far in blanks at the moment, Bourg. The Patras lead is 7, which I believe is the widest lead of the night, and it could grow again. He'll take it on here, Gikas, and better raise the roof if that had dropped. Suleiman goes for the burst, and Ray. You'll hear the whistle against him. Nice pass. Williams spinning, but nothing doing. And who's going to get that? Julien will get it. Suleiman will take on a wing 3, and it won't go either. And who's going to get that? Williams somehow picks it up, and Suleiman, eventually it drops. Oh my goodness me. Well, they both had chances offensively and defensively on that possession. You saw the reaction there of Ilias Zouras. He wasn't happy at all. That just might spark them back into life right at the end of this third quarter. That won't go either, and that is going to do it for the third quarter. They're holding a lead here, Promitheas Patras, but they can't kill it off. Bourg keep just sticking around. And they'll think to themselves, we haven't played very well tonight, and we're still right in this with 10 minutes to play. The score after 3, Promitheas Patras 60. Incidentally, JL Bourg-en-Bresse 55. Take them off the floor, but it'll keep them very much alive, and Bourg will be one of the teams they're chasing down. If Promitheas Patras can hold on here, they'll be just 1 game behind Bourg. 1 win, should I say. Group A do have a couple of teams detached at the bottom of the standings, but Group B a much tighter and more keenly contested affair. Here's Gikas. Andrich zips it over, and here he goes again, but no, we'll take it up close this time. Well, he's eclipsed the 13 points he got against Valencia on his debut, Trevor Simpson. Everyone was waiting for the 3-point effort, and he said, well, there's an easy 2 there, I'll take that instead. Good decision-making, good execution as well from Simpson. Williams won't take it on. Rose will pump, check, and come up short. Gikas collects. Gikas can't get past Rose. But there is a whistle against the 1-time Metropolitan. Andrich gives it to the very creative Gikas. What about that for a pass? Oh, lovely work. Again, they've gone inside to the big guys. If it's not Gerard Grant, it's Dario Hunt. And those two big guys are collecting a lot of cheap points here for Promitheas Patras, who stretch their lead out to 9. That zips back out to Rose. Rose looks to take it in and bank it in, and it won't go. Put too much on it. Andrich collected the rebound. Here goes Simpson, looking for a double-digit lead here on this possession, Promitheas Patras. In the fourth quarter, Ray has to send it back. And that is straight into the hands of Julien, and Corby wasn't expecting it. So Gikas was able to break it up. Nevertheless, a missed opportunity for Promitheas Patras. Lovely pick from Julien. And what about that for a pass from Gikas? His 8th dish of the day. Far and away the best. Really lovely work there. Benitez. Oh, it's opened up nicely here, and all he's got to do is bank it in and take the and one, Jacory Williams. Every time you think Bourg are in a little bit of trouble, they manage to find a way to get themselves back into it, and Ilias Zouros is probably thinking exactly the same thing. Oh, no and one this time. That's Hunt picking that one up. So it's a 7-point game. With just over 8 to play, and here's Gikas, who's had some night in that backcourt, equaling a career high with 8 assists. That's sent out, and Ray will look for a 3, which won't go, and Corby will collect. Here goes Benitez. Benitez takes it all the way to Williams. Williams with a lovely little twitch there, but oh, froze Dario Hunt, but then didn't have any end product. Gikas, what does he do? He sends it back to Hunt. Nice pass. Hunt sends it out to Andrich. Andrich has to go back to Ray. Ray is knocked down. Jacory Williams said, don't bring it here. And in transition, Maxime Corby sends it back to Benitez, back to Jones, across to Julien, and that is beautiful. Bourg in transition, absolutely devastating. That's as smooth as they've been all night. And suddenly, they are rocking. And Promitheas Patras are in a bit of trouble here. They have to call a timeout. Beautiful distribution, lovely movement, and the finish from Axel Julien, absolutely perfect. That makes it a 4-point game, 64-60. No wonder Coach Zouros said, hey, we've got to stop this. That was a much-needed timeout. Momentum is such a fragile thing, and both these teams have had it and just tossed it away. Right now, it's Patras that have been rocked back on their heels. Andrich will give it back to Gikas. Can't get anybody open on the inside here. Gikas now will find somebody. That somebody is the man who's banked that in, Dario Hunt, whose 15 points against Gran Canaria was a career high, and that's just been wiped out. 1 round later, he moves up to 16 points. And by the way, Gikas has just moved up to a career high 9 assists. And Jacory Williams couldn't care less about those stats. He just takes the easy layup to keep it close. Remains a 4-point game here. Hunt will wait for somebody to help him out there. And, they do keep possession. Patras jammed up on that sideline there with Simpson. Agravanis, he's got to watch the fouls. Comes back in. Well, Williams has put in a shift. Gikas with the inbound to Ray. Agravanis. Oh, Ray wanted it. Gikas is going to have to take it on, but no. He might have 9 assists, but he doesn't have a point to his name. Nikos Gikas. And Ray was wide open for a corner 3. For once, Gikas didn't see him. Julien to Benitez. Benitez, lots of crossovers, and then ends up on the deck. Somehow feeds Chassang. And this is going to have to be taken on by Jones, and that won't go. And Agravanis will claim it in front of the snappy little terrier like Hugo Benitez, who couldn't pick that up. And Ray will bring it away. It remains a 66-62 game here. There's a whistle there. There's Benitez with the contact on Ray. There is that contact. .12-point game for Kendrick Ray so far. A couple of three-pointers, and there's a man that's earned a breather. Gikas will sit down. Ooh, that's another. There's a few of those that have been there. I think that's 6 they've missed from the stripe. Make that 7. Oh my goodness. These could come back and hurt Promitheas Patras. Julien looking to do exactly that. Chassang. Gaddy found himself in a real mismatch there, didn't he? Gets away with it as the call goes against Chassang. So yet another turnover. That will go out to Agravanis, and Agravanis will blow by 1, and the putback is there. Dario Hunt having quite a night. Well, he's the hot hand right now. And Promitheas Patras needed that. Bourg need a response. Sense of urgency around the place in the 68-62 game now here in the 4th quarter. Now comes the hook, and Chassang says, well, let's take what's there. Just under 5 to play here as Gaddy brings this one away. Patras protecting a 4-point lead on the back of an 18-point game from Dario Hunt. Gaddy got nowhere to go. Does manage to feed Ray, but the clock's ticking. Where does Ray go? He takes on Suleiman, has to zip it out. It's got to be quick, it's got to be immediate. It is a buzzer beater, but it won't drop. That is collected. Ooh. Well, well, well. That's nice work from Hunt, isn't it? Chassang. Yeah, you can see what he says about that. It goes in favor of Patras as the big fella moves on to foul number 4. Gaddy. Suddenly it opened up there for Hunt. That's not his kind of range though. He does his damage under the rim. And that's where he's heading now, drifting towards the paint. Chassang watching him, but Ray will take it on instead and drain it. Kendrick Ray with his 3rd triple of the night. Stretches that lead out with 4 to play. Give themselves every chance here, Promitheas Patras. Axel Julien, we know what he can do from range, and he finds the pass here to Corby. What does Williams do? Spins away, brings out the hook, and it goes. Again, doing the simple stuff, taking what's there. Williams keeps Bourg in touch. It's a 5-point game. Ray. They slow the pace down. Agravanis. And no angle on that at all. Chasson collects. And let's see what Bourg can do in transition. Julien tries to get away from Gaddy, and he's going to get the call against him again here. Abdul Gaddy. Julien with the inbound. Can he find somebody? He can find Suleiman. Suleiman will give it back to him. It's a nice feed to Williams. Williams has got Hunt to deal with. And again, really good shooting this from Williams. If they do come back and take this game, Ja'Cory Williams' contribution will be massive. Yeah, 19 points, but also tack on 6 rebounds and 4 assists and a steal. Nothing flashy or spectacular from Ja'Cory Williams, just efficient and effective. And it's kept Bourg within touching distance here. The deficit is 3. The minutes to play, 3. Meanwhile, let's see what Laurent Lognan thinks about it all. Agravanis tries to get away from Jones and does just that. Banks it in. They needed something because Bourg were getting too close for comfort with less than 3 to play. They stretch the lead back out to 5. Promitheas Patras. Jones feeds Julien. We know what he can do from anywhere. That one doesn't drop. They get away with one. Patras. That's a big moment right there. Julien, your banker for a wing 3. Had the time as well. Created the time for himself, but couldn't deliver. Now, here's Ray. And they're just going to take as much off the clock as they possibly can. That's a nice pass. Hello, here he goes again. Oh, Travis Simpson says, hey, I'm having myself some fun out there. His 4th of the night. Maybe it's his 5th, actually, excuse me. Struggling to keep track of what Travis Simpson is doing from range here for Promitheas Patras. That's big trouble for Bourg. No wonder they call a timeout. That deficit stretches to 8. Of Travis Simpson's 5th triple of the night. 17 points for him, 18 points from Dario Hunt. That's the deadly duo that might be putting Patras on the threshold of an important win as we check in with our 7 days magic moment. And it's this moment right there. Rockavopoulos with the inside feed for the incoming Ja'Cory Grant. Really good work from Rockavopoulos. And that's where they've done a lot of damage tonight, not only with their 3-point shooting, but also efficiency from the big fellas inside. Grant has picked up 6 points. Hunt, of course, has racked up his 18. It's a lot of points from your 5 spot. And that's Ja'Cory Grant. Well, how significant could a win here be for Promitheas Patras? 2 minutes and 15 seconds remain. They got an 8-point lead against informed Bourg, who needs to start getting their offense clicking at a high level. Suleiman looking to do exactly that, and that's another big moment. Took responsibility himself here, Rashid Suleiman. Said, hey, they're struggling a little bit here. I'm going to do this myself. And he'll get a shot at the and one as well. To trim an 8-point deficit to 5, and he's done it. Now, suddenly Laurent Lognan thinks, hello, the comeback is on. Gikas is back on. Agravanis to Ray. Simpson is lurking far side. Agravanis will take on the three instead, and that drops. Oh, absolutely stunning triple from the one-time Olympiacos man. Promitheas have breathing room once again inside the final 2 minutes of this one. Suleiman takes on Dario Hunt. And Hunt pleads his case, and Dimitris Agravanis probably says, save your breath. And there he goes. And you can see the reaction from Hunt. Possession stays with Bourg. What can they do with it? Ooh, that went back a long way. Rashid Suleiman takes it over his head. Takes on Ray. No, he doesn't. He gives it to the man who's really contributed tonight for Bourg, and he's done it again. Ja'Cory Williams. They just can't stop him. The one-handed throwdown and the whistle. Boy, Ja'Cory Williams has been the go-to guy tonight. That was a beauty. It really was. Taking on Dario Hunt and shredding Dario Hunt. And he's missed that one, but Corby collects the offensive rebound. Julien. Now, can they profit from this? Nice pass to Ja'Cory Williams. Oh, he's missed an easy one. Of all people to come up with a miss, it was Ja'Cory Williams. Probably the easiest one of the night. Threaded through. Here goes Ray. And there's a foul from Jalen Jones. Right under the rim. That eases the pressure with 67 ticks left in this one. And Promitheas Patras. It's a bit of a nervy finish. They're in such a good position here. Gikas has been immense tonight. 10 assists now for him. With his assists and the big contributions from Hunt and Simpson and Agravanis, and 12 triples tonight. They're on the threshold of dragging themselves out of that 5-game losing skid. This is just going to get looked at again. Remember, over the course of those 5 defeats in this competition, Promitheas Patras averaging a miserable 66 points. Not tonight, they're not. That's shot up. The review continues. Jalen Jones waits to see what happens. Well, they wanted the unsportsmanlike, they're not getting it. Well, a lot of free throws have been left hanging, 7 of them. Just take another look at it. Is there enough play on there? The officials looked at it and said, yes, there was. Ray is over 2. That's his first of the night. This is no time to be missing free throws. The lead stretches out to 7. The winning line is within sight for Promitheas Patras and Ilias Zouros, and how they need this win as well. Can Ray tack another point on here? Yes, he can. An 8-point deficit with 67 seconds left. Laurent Legnan has to talk this over and make sure everybody's on the same page. Ilias Zouros and his coaching staff nearly there. It's had some rough edges, this performance, but they've come up with plays when they've really needed them. And if it hasn't been Gikas dishing out the dimes, it's been Hunt working so brilliantly in the paint. And of course, the man that's been hitting from range all night long, Travis Simpson, with his 5 triples. A little bit of everything tonight from Promitheas Patras, and not quite enough of anything from Bourg, who did come into this game without CJ Harris again, without Pierre Pelos, without Eric Mika. But Promitheas Patras will say, hey, we didn't have a couple of our big guys either. Haris Yiannopoulos missing tonight. Isaiah Miles missing tonight. But as any coach will tell you, any good coach that is will tell you, you don't talk about who isn't here. You talk about who is here. And it's a case of just finding a way to win. And at the moment, it's Promitheas Patras who look like they've found a way to win. But still 67 seconds left for Bourg to turn this one around. All night long, Ilias Zouros has been saying, play defense, play defense. They need a bit more here, Patras. Julien with the inbound. Here it goes. Corby zips it out. Might as well go to Williams. He takes the two. Probably still kicking himself for that miss two earlier. What a difference that could make. We're in the final minute here. What a risky pass. There's the turnover. Here comes Rose. Rose sends it back. That's going to go inside, and he's going to bank it in, and they're not out of this yet. Williams takes it again. And I don't think Ilias Zouros can quite believe what he's just seen there. That was an extraordinary pass to attempt. This is the price they've paid for it. Williams with his 12th two-pointer of the night. He's now on 25 points, and suddenly, from being out of sight, Bourg have just given themselves a glimmer of hope. Williams now 2 points off his career high. Yeah, some performance tonight from Ja'Cory Williams with the rebounds and the assists. There's a steal in there as well. A couple of steals for Williams. It's in vain at the moment. Is there still time for Bourg to get themselves back into this? Promitheas Patras looked so comfortable just seconds ago, and then Ja'Cory Williams strikes twice. Once off a turnover, it has to be said. And suddenly, there's hope again, and there's still time here. 46 seconds. Can they take care of the ball? They'll be chasing after this, Bourg. Gikas sends it back to Ray. Got their good handlers back there, and that's going to end up with Simpson, and that's Ray. And all they've got to do is just keep the clock ticking. If they can put some points on at the end of it, so much the better. Well, the clock's ticking. Oh, that's a tough call on Williams. That's really unfortunate from the Bourg perspective. He's not had the best night from the stripe, Kendrick Ray. It's his third miss in 5 attempts. And that one thought about it. And every point precious now for Promitheas Patras. And Bourg have to move fast. We're inside the final 30 seconds. Julien drives, finds a crease, gets it back to Williams. Williams takes a double team, then takes him on, and it won't go. And that is probably going to be that. Agravanis. Simpson, how big has he been in only his second appearance for the team? Agravanis will take the layup. And finally, I think Promitheas Patras and Ilias Zouros, their coach, can breathe a little bit easy. Agravanis knew he was going to get wiped out. He said, I don't care, I'm taking that. He's contributed tonight as well. The foul was the easy call. A bit of insurance can be added on here from Agravanis. He's had a 15-point game along with those 8 rebounds. Make that a 16-point game. They needed this. They really did. And Bourg will look at this as a missed opportunity. A long, long journey from Western France all the way over to Patras. And they're going to come away from it empty-handed. Last few seconds then. Suleiman runs into a dead end, and that is the end of that. Well, it's the team in form that has hit the buffers tonight, and it's the team out of form that has come up with a huge win. They really had to work for it, though. My goodness me. Time and time again, they thought they'd given themselves a cushion. And every time, Bourg found a way to get close again, but they could never close that gap. The visitors ending up spending most of the game chasing it, particularly in that second half. And that really opens things up at the bottom of Group B. And that keeps all of them very much alive now. And it means a lot of teams are going to be looking over their shoulders. You can see what it means.